Joining me now for the latest on his campaign to lead the city of Ottawa as Ottawa's next mayor is Mark Sutcliffe. Mark has previously been a journalist at CPAC. He's also previously been a CEO. He describes himself as a community leader. Mark, thanks very much for your time. Let's start out with, why do you ultimately believe, out of all of the field of the candidates currently in the race to become the next mayor of the city of Ottawa, why do you ultimately believe that you are, in fact, the best candidate to lead the city of Ottawa?
Well, Wyatt, first of all, it's a pleasure to be with you. I really appreciate the opportunity to chat. And I'm just chatting with you from between meetings. It's been a busy time. The campaign is really ramping up. So that's why I'm in a car as I'm talking to you, but I really appreciate the opportunity to have this conversation. I've lived my whole life in Ottawa. I've been a business owner and entrepreneur. I've been a broadcaster, as you mentioned, and a journalist, a columnist with the Ottawa Citizen. And most importantly, and to me, the work that I have always enjoyed most, that I've had the greatest passion for, has been the volunteer work that I've done as a leader in the community. I've worked with a number of different not-for-profit organizations in the arts, in philanthropy, in social services, in housing, mental health, and in economic development. And I've always tried to make Ottawa better. I've always tried to contribute to the city that has been so good to me and my family. I've always tried to be a builder, a contributor. And so I have a real passion for my hometown and for making this community better. And I have a lot of experience. I know the city, I know the people, I know what the issues are. And so I want to work hard every day for the people of Ottawa to make the city better for them and for their children and grandchildren.
I kind of want to follow up with you on my last question. Obviously, a municipal election campaign, with the polls that are available to the public, the polls that have been released for this Ottawa mayoral campaign show that you could describe as your main opponent, your primary opponent in this race, Catherine McKinney, of course, an Ottawa city councillor. They've been on this program before as well. And I've chatted with them as well about, basically the same issues that I've chatted with you about so far. When looking at someone like Catherine specifically, obviously it's going to be probably a very tight race. When looking at someone like Catherine, why do you believe that you are ultimately the better candidate than they are to lead the city of Ottawa forward?
People want a change at City Hall. We've had the same mayor for 12 years. There's been a lot of polarization in politics recently. There's been a lot of fighting at City Hall, unfortunately. I think people want a fair and balanced approach to the issues. They want an outside perspective, a fresh set of eyes on some of the issues that City Hall has been dealing with, including light rail, which obviously has had a lot of problems. I think people want their taxes to be kept as low as possible. They want to invest in emergency services, especially ambulances. We've had a number of days, many days in the past year when there aren't any ambulances available. They want someone who can fix public transit, someone who can fix the roads. And I can bring a fresh outside perspective to City Hall. The other candidates in this race, the other main candidates, have all been in politics for almost their entire careers, if not their entire careers. They've been at City Hall for decades. I'm the only person who can bring a fresh, new, outside perspective, who represents the change that people want.